Alright legends, welcome back to Grizzly Reels, and since it's spooky season, we've got a proper eerie one tonight. This story's called The Ghost of Elsie. It's set in a quiet little town just outside of Sheffield, where the moors meet the mist, and where the past doesn't always stay buried. When we were kids, my little sister had this imaginary friend called E. She'd sit on the floor, talking to thin air for hours, telling us about an old lady with silver hair and a blue dress who lived in the house before us. We thought nothing of it. Kids have imaginary mates all the time, right? But then, around age 4, she just stopped. No more E, no more talking to the corner. We shrugged it off and moved on. Fast forward 6 years. It's a cold November night, proper dark, rain tapping the windows. Mum got a sudden call. Grandad had taken a turn in the nursing home up in Rotherham, so she and Dad flew out the door, told us they'd be back later. It was just me and my sister at home. I was in the living room watching the Bill reruns on telly, dead quiet, just the hum of the radiators, when suddenly, from our bedroom at the end of the hall, the old radio started crackling. Click! It turned on, then full volume, then down again, then off, then on again, 3 times in a row. Now this wasn't one of those modern DAB radios. It was an old chunky Roberts one, proper vintage. So I stomped down the hallway ready to tell my sister to pack it in. But when I opened the door, she was sat on the bed, pale as chalk, eyes wide, shaking. I looked at the radio. No plug. No batteries. Nothing. I said, how the hell's it done that? And she whispers, it was her. I said, who? And she goes, voice trembling, I saw her. She was stood right next to the radio, smiling. The room felt icy, like all the heat had been sucked out. I grabbed the duvet and dragged her out of there, shaking. I rang Mum straight away, and I'll never forget what she said. Her voice was cracking. She said, I'm so sorry, love. Your granddad's just passed away. My stomach dropped. I didn't say a word about the radio. A few days later, at the funeral, one of Mum's cousins handed her an old photo she'd found in a box, black and white, from their wedding day. And my sister points at the bride and says, that's her, that's E. It was my grandma, Elsie. She died when Mum was 11, before either of us were born. And here's the kicker, we'd never seen a single photo of her before that day. Our step-gran had thrown every picture away when she moved into the house years later. We still live there now. Every so often, when it's quiet, I'll swear I hear that faint click of the radio from the other room. Never any music, just static and that cold, heavy silence. Thanks for watching, legends. If that one gave you chills, drop a like, follow Grizzly Reels, and share it with your mate who loves a proper spooky story. Check out grizzlycollective1.com for original UK artwork and apparel. Use code for 10% off at checkout. Stay safe, keep the lights on, and maybe, just maybe, check if your radio's really unplugged.